Welcome, everyone. Thank you for coming out tonight. We've achieved an all-time record of over 400 people attending this evening. That's awesome. I'm David Chulo, Chairman of the Board for Institute for Family-Owned Business, and I'm delighted to welcome you to the 2018 Maine Family Business Awards. Thank you for celebrating with us tonight. We're thrilled to be back again this year at the family-owned Holiday Inn by the Bay. I'd like to have a special thanks to Mimic, the Institute founding sponsor and partner in tonight's celebration. And we're delighted and honored to have News Center Maine anchor Cindy Williams joining us this evening as our host, our special guests, and announce the winners for what is sure to be an awesome evening this night. It is so great to be here to celebrate the best in Maine's family business. I look forward to introducing you to many fine family businesses being recognized this evening. I'm also thrilled to announce tonight a new program honoring our good friend and family business lifetime champion, Timothy B. Hussey of Hussey Seating Company, who sadly left us 2 years ago. Tim was a strong supporter of the Institute and a shining example of family business success, with Hussey Seating now going into its 7th generation and founding family of the IFOB. In honor of Tim, his dedication to family business in Maine, and his many years of leadership with the Institute, we are, in partnership with the Hussey family, proud to introduce the Institute for Family-Owned Business Family Business Internship Program. This program is for students interested in pursuing careers in family-owned business in Maine. We cannot think of a better way to pay tribute to what Tim worked so hard for and so proudly stood for, and we are honored to have several members of the Hussey family here with us tonight, including Tim's wife, Marcia Landry, and sister Ann Hussey, cousin Tom Hussey, and Gary Merrill, who is the new CEO for Hussey Seating Company. Can we applause? As stated, the Timothy B. Hussey Internship Program has been created to have a student intern with a family-owned business in Maine. We are proud to announce tonight the 4th-generation family-owned Bangor Daily News, established in 1889, has selected Caitlin Rogers, a junior in East Asian and Global Studies double major from Colby College to intern with them this summer. Unfortunately, Caitlin is not able to join us tonight as she's away in China. We would like to recognize this special connection and ask the following people to join me on the podium. Gary Merrill, representing Tim and the 4 generations of Husseys who have graduated from Colby College. Conrad Lumen, Marketing Director for the Bangor Daily News, and Lisa Noble, Director of Employee Engagement at Colby College, as we would like to present our first $2,500 stipend check for Caitlin. And now I'd like to say some words and comments from Tim's wife, Marcia Landry, who unfortunately is not able to be with us tonight. When Catherine told us about the vision to have the scholarship to honor Tim, we were once again surprised and humbled by the outpouring of support for Tim's life and legacy. As you may know, Tim was a part of the 6th generation to manage a family business that has existed for over 180 years. Tim lived his life with passion and purpose. Of the many passions he enjoyed, education and learning were high on his list. A scholarship that will enable college students to work with a family-owned business provides a unique opportunity for students to have an inside view of what it means to be part of a culture that believes in legacy. One of Tim's definitions of legacy is that it is a gift from the past. He strongly felt that as owners, they have a sense of responsibility to carry out what their forefathers began, nurtured, and grew. For Tim, legacy mattered. It mattered for him personally, and it mattered for the family business. Family businesses are unique organizations that can transmit important values over many generations that can and will make a difference in the world. On behalf of our 3 children and myself, I would like to say a heartfelt thank you to the Institute for Family-Owned Businesses for the honor of the Timothy B. Hussey Internship Program. Congratulations to the Bangor Daily News and Caitlin Rogers as the first recipients of this scholarships. And from the Institute, congratulations to our lucky intern, and thank you again to the Hussey family for being here with us tonight and this evening, honoring family businesses in Maine. I would also like to thank our board, as I ask all present to stand and be recognized for your hard work and dedication to the Institute. I would also like to thank the awards committee, judges, volunteers, and sponsors for making this evening possible. I would like to also give my formal welcome to our guest speakers, John and Faustine and Adam Rennie from Rennie's Department Stores, and the Mammoth Brass Band from the Maine Academy of Music for marching us all in. As a family-owned business owner myself, I would like to take a quick moment to thank my wife, Maureen, who is tirelessly putting up with me, and the crazy hours and never-ending calls. I'd like to thank my CMA and Dale Carnegie team, and without them, I would not be able to serve in this amazing role. And I do want to thank Colleen McCracken, who is here somewhere, of Planet Dog, for encouraging me to take on this role, and I thank you. My mission is to build upon the current great success that we've had over the years, and I'm excited to do that, and we, I believe, are on track. And now, I'd like to welcome to the podium the best executive director in the state of Maine, Catherine Wiegand-Fawcett.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, David. Hello, everyone. As they mentioned, I am Catherine Wiegand-Fawcett, and I'm indeed honored to be the Executive Director of the Institute for Family-Owned Business. As you're enjoying your dinner, I urge you to take a look at your printed program featuring the profiles of tonight's 24 finalists, whom you'll meet shortly. We wouldn't be here tonight if not for the vision of our founder, Shep Lee. In 1994, when Shep and his daughter Kathy were looking to grow their own family business, Lee Auto Malls, Shep envisioned a structured, ongoing organization that would support family-owned businesses to help them reach their fullest potential and plan for succession. 24 years later, we continue to gather to honor Shep's vision and expand it into the 21st century, continuously growing to meet the changing needs of family businesses in Maine. Across the country, 4 out of 5 businesses are family-owned. Here in Maine, the Institute for Family-Owned Business offers dozens of opportunities each year for family business owners, leaders, and employees to learn, network, and share their experiences. Business is booming. We have grown by more than 43% in the past few years, and now offer more than 40 programs each year to family businesses throughout the state. We've also enjoyed a lot of exciting success expanding our work with colleges and universities around Maine, including Husson University, University of Southern Maine, Colby College, and Thomas College. I'm pleased to acknowledge Christina Emmons, our intern from Thomas College, and Taylor Cashmere, our intern from USM, who are here with us tonight. Stand up. They helped me a lot, so I was very glad to have them. Our missions and values are shaped by our all-volunteer board of directors, who you'll find listed in your program. On behalf of the board, we invite you to join the list of family businesses that are members of our dynamic institute. Our founding sponsors are the cornerstones of the institute, sharing their assets with us for more than 2 decades. To help us fulfill our mission, thank you to the Institute's founding sponsors, MEMIC, Partners in Workplace Safety, and our partner in tonight's awards, the law firm Viral Dana, Barry Dunn, TD Bank, America's Most Convenient Bank, Clark Insurance, and Family Wealth Management Partners, UBS. Thank you, founding sponsors. Our elite partners make the Institute's ever-growing list of programming and networking opportunities possible. Our events are listed on our website at fambusiness.org and also in this calendar. And this calendar has all the programs for the rest of the year. So thank you, Baker Newman Noyce, Harvard Pilgrim Healthcare, and Key Private Bank, our elite partners. Finally, we'd like to recognize the sponsors of tonight's gala and awards. Mimic, Rennie's, Chalmers Insurance Group, Gorham Savings Bank, Machias Savings Bank, Holiday Inn by the Bay, People's United Bank, Varney Agency Insurance and Bonding, Lee Auto Malls, Viral Dana, Norway Savings Bank, Cross Insurance, DMM, Bangor Savings Bank, Morong Falmouth, Burgess Advertising and Marketing, Maine Biz, Sun Media Group, Bangor Daily News, Portland Press Herald, Maine Sunday Telegram, and Headlight Audio and Visual. Thanks to all our sponsors for making these awards possible. All of tonight's finalists and semifinalists will receive an additional award from the Institute for Family-Owned Business, a gift of membership to the Institute for the remainder of 2018, which includes the member rate for programs offered from now through to the end of the year. You'll find them listed on our website as well as in our calendar insert. With new programs being offered all the time, I encourage you to look at them over and take advantage of these savings. Thank you.
For more than 2 decades, the Institute of Family-Owned Businesses has been a vital resource to family businesses all around Maine. The Maine Family Business Awards were created 19 years ago by Mattie Corson, a 4th-generation former owner of Valley Gwinnett Communications. Understanding the dedication and perseverance it takes to operate a successful family-owned business, Mattie wanted to recognize other Maine family business owners who embodied these qualities. Mattie, please stand so we can thank you again for what you do to champion Maine's family businesses. Mattie's vision for the award design was 3 concentric circles representing the essential tools of family enterprise: family, business, and community. Tonight's recipients will receive beautifully engraved circular glass awards reflecting this inspirational theme. Now I'm going to ask my board vice chair, Lindsay Skilling, to help me introduce you to our semifinalists and finalists. This year, the Institute received a record 186 nominations from all across Maine, and for those, 39 companies were named as semifinalists. First, we'd like to recognize the semifinalists. You'll find framed certificates on your table. Please stand as I read your names, and please hold your applause till I finish. Cafe 130 Catering, Cape Integrative Health, Casco Bay Steel Structures, Inc., Cornish Hardware, Inc., Higgins Carpet 1, Lots for Tots, Maine Beer Cafe, Mistral Cafe Bar Bistro, Mornings in Paris, Overton's Produce, LLC, Royal Anchor Resort, Sabasco Signworks and Vehicle Advertising, Maine, Shawnee Peak Ski Area, Visibility, and Weathervane Seafoods. Let's have a round of applause for our semifinalists. And now it's finally that time where we get to introduce the 24 finalists. From high-tech to haute cuisine to good old-fashioned Maine hospitality, our judges had their work cut out for them to narrow the field of quality nominations to the 24 finalists we're going to present to you now. I'm going to ask the representatives of each of the finalists to please stand as Lindsay and I announce your company. After the brief description of your business, you may sit down and enjoy the certificate on your table. First, oh, you thought you would get the answer, didn't you? All right. First, Blueberry Fields Bed and Breakfast. Located in rural Washington, is run by Sid and Deb Zinger. Starting with the gift from Deb's innkeeper grandmother, the couple has built a thriving bed and breakfast that attracts a growing number of devoted guests and neighbors. Acres of blueberry fields, hiking and snowshoe trails, and a busy maple syruping operation has helped turn this picturesque property into a flourishing, family-operated and family-friendly business, celebrating timeless Maine traditions.
Connuvo Inc. was one of only 8 businesses to receive a Maine state medical marijuana dispensary license back in 2011. Today, the company has blossomed from 4 family members, Glenn Peterson, his wife Sage, daughter Zia, and her now husband Josh Quint, to 38 full-time employees working in Biddeford and Bridgeton. In an uncertain industry, the company operates 7 days a week, 365 days a year, with the retail location open 6 days a week, and remains committed to growing a sustainable business that meets the needs of both employees and customers for generations to come.
Chew-on Key Campground. Began as a dream of 2 parents for their daughters to have a natural Maine day camp and campground. 57 years later, sisters Pamela Brackett and Ann Brackett Beck and their daughters, Joanna and Phelan, are proud to fulfill their family's mission to create peaceful, relaxing environment that inspires moments of introspection, laughter, and appreciation for family, friends, and the natural world.
DM&J Waste is run by husband and wife team, Tracy and Josh Wellman, who took over the business from their parents in 2009. Since then, they've been cleaning up, doubling their business, and expanding to 18 employees and 3 waste facilities, 1 in Winterport and 2 in Ellsworth, with a new compost facility opening in the summer of 2018. Committed to finding win-win solutions in the waste industry, DM&J works to find ways to recycle and reuse materials in ways that are cost-effective and good for the environment.
Franklin Printing has its roots in the newspaper publishing, but as the industry evolved, so did the company. First under the stewardship of founder Joni, and today under the sons Greg and Dick, one of the most technologically advanced, high-quality printers in New England. The company employs several third-generation family members, as well as numerous long-standing employees, with Greg's son David explaining, "We consider ourselves one big family."
Green Tree Event Consultants is run by powerhouse brother and sister team Steffa and Vitus Normantis, the children of war refugees who resettled in Maine. The 2 are no strangers to hard work, big dreams, and the rewards of working with family. Green Tree has built a reputation for developing unique events that put the spotlight on local specialties while delivering substantial business growth and economic impact, including their New England made giftware and specialty food shows and the Philadelphia Furniture Show.
Green with Envy Salon. Founder Maureen Cohn started her business for one simple reason. She couldn't find the kind of salon she wanted to work at, with organic products and family-friendly flexibility in a fun professional space. Since opening her first salon, she's quickly grown to 5 locations, becoming an instant hit with happy customers and a happy team of stylists who enjoy some of the best benefits in the business, including 20 hours of paid volunteer time each year.
Hannington Brothers, Inc. began with 2 brothers and a team of horses. For 60 years and 3 generations, they've been at the forefront of the logging industry in Maine, continuously innovating to stay ahead of their rapidly changing industry and expanding to keep adding to their family of long-standing employees. President Steve Hannington credits that family element for helping them stay successful, even earning recognition from former President George Bush and Timber Harvesting magazine, who named them the 2005 Logging Business of the Year.
Little did Bob Goodrow know when he started Hardy Pond Construction in 1990 that his daughter Deidre would not only take over his business, but build a revolutionary company employing 33% women, more than 6 times the construction industry average. In its 3 decades, Hardy Pond has earned a reputation for taking on difficult projects and creating artful transformations, such as a historic Humpty Dumpty potato chip factory and the former Clark Memorial on Pleasant Avenue, which was recognized by Greater Portland's landmarks.
HOWE Technologies founders and brothers, Jeffrey and Michael Howe, have earned international recognition for extreme vehicle fabrication and design focused on enabling life-saving strategies and technologies. The company's off-road wheelchairs, fire trucks, and firefighting robots have fueled 5 years of steady growth that has seen them go from 4 to 35 employees, whom Michael calls our extended family. In addition to making a difference for their customers and employees, the brothers are just as determined to share their vision with everyone through Outdoors Again, their nonprofit organization dedicated to helping wheelchair users return to outdoor activities.
Deb Wertworth's HR Studio Group, LLC, started with a vision of providing small and medium-sized Maine businesses with proven tactical and strategic leadership and development. In just 4 years since opening, the company's client base has grown by more than 350%, leading Deb to bring in daughter Erin, son Brad, and son-in-law Nate for support. Providing human resource consulting services to companies throughout northern New England, Deb credits her family with giving her the support she needs. All of us have a commitment to live and work in Maine for the long term.
Hussey Seating Company's CEO, Gary Merrill, is the first non-Hussey family CEO in the company's history, and he and his company remain committed to the golden rule of exceeding their customers' expectations, established by founder Philip Hussey Sr. 183 years ago. With one of the core principles of the company being we care about the people we work with, it's no surprise there are several families in their 3rd generation working at Hussey Seating, which claims their people have more than 3,700 years of experience.
John T. Sir and Companies, Inc. has grown from livery services with 2 horses to one of Maine's most successful transport companies. Sir has school buses and motor coaches traveling more than 4 million miles a year. Today, Sir Bus Line has 6 locations and a fleet of more than 250 vehicles and more than 230 employees, including 7 members of the family and even a 5th-generation representative on the payroll. As John T. granddaughter and company business manager Becky Sir says, "We are all looking out for the company's best interests, and we want to see us succeed for another 100 years.
As David Cheney, president of Johns River Oysters, says, you can either do this job or you can't. According to David's wife, Mara Lee, he certainly can do the job, with many customers saying Johns River are the finest oysters they have ever tasted. It isn't easy work cultivating and managing 1 million oysters with 3 rafts, 3 boats, and 7 employees. But David and Mara Lee are committed to creating a sustainable family business that they can turn over to their 2 daughters, Julia and Liza, someday.
Modernist Pantry, LLC is the creation of husband and wife team Jane Wang and Chris Anderson. From a small selection of niche ingredients for fellow foodies, the company's catalog has grown to more than 600 unique culinary tools and ingredients, with 12 employees helping serve a large base of restaurants, caterers, and culinary schools, as well as many of the top chefs in the country who have come to depend on them for ingredients they just can't be found anywhere else.
Opus Consulting Group is truly a family affair for husband and wife team Jock and Patricia Santucci, as well as their daughters Stella and Chloe, providing business management services to numerous small and family-owned and operated businesses. The company has been active in helping dozens of Maine companies start or grow their business, with Jock also founding the Center for Wellness Leadership and Patricia serving as CEO of the Wellness Connection of Maine.
Portland Container Company, Inc. Owners and siblings Ben and Emily Davis are on a mission to help Maine people organize their homes, workspaces, and lives one container at a time. In just a year, rentable square footage in their 10,000-foot storage facility in South Portland, a renovated oil tanker, has grown by more than 500%, with 95% occupancy. With exceptional customer service, including turnkey street storage service, this relatively new player has quickly become a popular choice for people seeking competitively priced, local-owned storage.
Rink Advertising founders Peter and Laura have built an award-winning advertising agency that is as much about caring as it is about marketing. A leading philanthropist in Lewiston, Auburn, and the surrounding communities, Rink donates substantial volunteer hours, pro bono work, and in-kind services, cash and goods to various organizations, particularly in the areas of health, education, arts and culture, and animal welfare.
Ted Berry Company, Inc., owners Jim and Linda Timberland, purchased the company from father-in-law Ted in 1990, inheriting a family business with a long history of innovation selling and servicing agricultural and municipal equipment. Today, their son Matt, Ted's grandson, serves as the third president of the company, managing more than 70 hardworking men and women who are known for their commitment to their customers and their never-give-up attitude, passed down through the generations.
The Holy Donuts Lee Kellis turned a craving for a healthy alternative to typical donuts into a Maine sensation, and in the process was named Maine's Small Business Person of the Year in 2017. Next to potatoes, family has been the most important ingredient in the company's success, with both her father and mother lending support, sister Elizabeth acting as HR coordinator, Elizabeth's husband Jeff Buckwalter is the CEO, cousin Peter, a part owner, and niece Riley, all part of the team of 75 employees.
Opened by a sea captain 135 years ago as a boarding house, the Nonantum Resort is a Maine institution, owned and operated by 3 generations of the Ginn family, with Jean Ginn Marvin, daughter of the founders Herbert and Adam Ginn, serving as innkeeper. The company's motto is, whatever it takes, and we will live by that wholeheartedly. The management works just as hard to deliver an outstanding level of service to its guests as it does to ensure an unparalleled work experience for its employees, creating a uniquely warm and welcoming environment, one that has been cherished by generations.
Vina's Fizz House, for Steve and Johanna Corman, Vina's Fizz House has always been a family-friendly place, which is why it's no surprise it's become one of Maine's hottest bar and mixology shops. With Steve running the bar and retail portion of the business, Johanna spearheading the production of new products, and children Silas and Maisie working in the bar and retail venue as their college schedules allow, the family is working to make the art and science of mixology fun for everyone.
Washburn and Dowdy Associates, Inc. When Bruce Washburn, Bruce Dowdy, and Carl Bianca opened Washburn and Dowdy in 1977, they wanted to offer better quality steel and aluminum commercial vessels for local fishermen. Guided by its founder's passion for craftsmanship and a first for innovation, the company today delivers a diverse mix of tugboats, commercial passenger vessels, fishing boats, barges, ferries, and research vessels. From the state-of-the-art facility on the Damariscotta River, they were recently awarded the contract for the construction of the new Maine State Ferry Service vessel.
Woodland Senior Living owner Lon Walters literally grew up in the business of caring for others. Raised by his mother Dorothy at Hillside Terrace in Hallowell, he learned the values that would create the culture of Woodlands from her, and he has passed them on today to the Chief Operating Officer, his son, Matthew. With 12 facilities in 7 locations, employing more than 300 people and caring for more than 55 residents, those values to be hands-on, take personal responsibility, and have pride in the value of caring for others continue to set the standard for senior living in Maine.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for our 2018 Maine Family Business of the Year finalists. And now, please join me in welcoming Cindy Williams, our host.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. How are ya? Happy to be here. As you are too, I'm sure. Thrilled to be back with you this year. In just a little while, the Rennies are going to join me up here on the podium for a little conversation about family business, about social responsibility and values. And who knows all of that better than the Rennie family? I know you guys are all singing the song in the back of your head. Come on, Rennies! That's how you know it works, right? My favorite, though, was Thaddeus. Do you guys remember Thaddeus? The guy who was like rocking and rolling, that one? Yeah. He worked in the store, too. I came in, I was like, Thaddeus! Anyway, love that whole campaign, so fun. First, though, before we do our little conversation, we thought we'd have a Bill Green's Maine piece run for you, just to introduce the Rennie family.
Since 1949, people have been walking into Rennie's looking for good clothes at a fair price. Over those 65 years or so, the organization has grown into 16 stores and perhaps, most important, almost 600 employees. Bob Rennie says the family knows what it's doing, even if the experts in the industry don't quite understand.
We were setting up a new store, and I'm saying, yep, we're going to put the work clothes here, shoe department's here, the men's fashion department's here, and she looked at me and said, the men's fashion department? You mean plaid? You know.
Maybe plaid is at the heart of their style, but relationships are at the heart of the business. Bob's father, R.H., who passed away in 2009, had to go door to door that first winter selling clothes out of his Hudson automobile. He made enough money for the business to survive and enough friends that he could grow the business. This is John Rennie.
And that's so important, you know, today, when you get a deal, you're going to pick up the phone and probably sell it any place. Who's going to get that first call? The guy you don't like or the guy you like? And most of the time, we're the guys that they like, as I think Bob alluded to earlier. And whoever gets the first call is probably going to take it, and it's gone. Yeah. So that's so important, getting good merchandise at good prices.
David Porter of New Hampshire dropped by on a business trip to the coast of Maine.
But I really enjoy this place, and you know, you don't have to spend a lot of money to get really good quality or neat clothing. Yeah. And that's why I come by here. There's always something different, always something neat here.
Really?
I like a deal.
Which is what Rennie's tries to be all about. When they make a buy, and that's all the time, it comes here to their warehouse in Newcastle. Each day, stock is gathered to go to each of its 16 stores from Wells to Ellsworth. It's an impressive operation, and each Rennie knows each employee and a lot of their kids by name.
I mean, he just had a knee replaced. I mean, you know, and that's what your health insurance is for, and you're glad to have it for him, actually, to be honest with you. I mean, I know it's a big expense and all that stuff, but that's what it's supposed to be there for, all that kind of stuff. And people have babies and families, you know, they've worked for you for years. In some of our stores, we haven't had new help in 10, 15 years.
It's impressive how stuff comes and goes. I soon got to wondering if the organization was more sophisticated than I thought. Stores are generally located right in the middle of downtowns, and the Rennies try to be involved in each community, and each Rennies is unique.
Most of our stores are different, not by design, just because of where they are and the property and downtowns or in the shopping center, wherever. And also, we try to be extremely friendly. Our help is very, very friendly to the customers, and we insist upon that, and we also try to have enough help in the stores to help people when they come in.
Bob's wife, Mary Kay, calls the coastal stores the pearls on a string because here there are two Christmases, Christmas and the tourist season. An example of how the stores are unique can be seen in the underground in Damariscotta. They expanded it to include a soda fountain that used to be in the drugstore next door. Who knew you keep ice cream at 25 degrees? Mary Kay says the family is always learning and simply carrying on RH's love of the business.
You know, my father-in-law was so excited about being downtown and kissing hands of all of his favorite customers and all of that. Yep. And part of his magic to me was how contagious his love of his job was. And he insisted that we be a big player and anchor in all the towns that we're in.
Now the third generation is getting ready to take over. Bob's son Adam and John's daughter Faustine are preparing to shoulder most of the load. I asked Faustine how she learned how important her family was to the community.
I remember we got a closeout on clothes, and there were two different colors of this sweatshirt, and there was a green and a red, and every single person pretty much in the high school had one. Girls, it was a girls' juniors top. I had one, but all of our friends, and so on any given day there'd be 20 people wearing the same shirt, the same jeans and stuff, and that was kind of when I realized what it was all about.
Early bird. Don't forget the early bird.
When you can get a customer to talk about you, they become a champion of your product. Rennie's uses that concept in its advertising, produced by News Center's production team. Bob's son Adam says their customers make the concept easier.
It's really not that hard to find people to do that. I mean, working in the stores, you know, every second you turn around, there's someone who's championing the store for sure. Yeah. Everyone really loves it, so it's not hard to find at all.
The Rennies are doing it their own way in an outrageously competitive marketplace. They think they get by because they've built up customer trust down through the years.
If they compare and they really know what's going on, they can trust us. And a lot of people don't compare anymore. It's too hard. How are you going to keep track of how much that sweater costs? It's impossible. So it could be an $80 sweater, it could be a $20 sweater. You just don't know unless you're in business.
Rennie's is a store that offers a lot of value in a constantly changing environment. It really is the Maine adventure.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the president of the company, John Rennie, Chief Operations Officer, Faustine Rennie, and Vice President of Purchasing and Development, Adam Rennie. Thanks for coming tonight. This is exciting.
Well, thank you.
So talk to me. How did each of you wind up in the family business?
Well, when I got out of college, I was hopefully being a rock and roll star.
Oh yeah.
Didn't happen. And I was working for my dad doing some maintenance stuff, and the store in Bath lost a manager, and he said, "Why don't you go over there for a couple weeks and, straighten things out a little bit?"
Right.
And I've been there ever since.
You were hooked.
So I was hooked, exactly.
Faustine, how about you?
I actually have always said I was going to come back to the family business, so I did my graduate program and stuff and kind of stayed away from Maine a little bit and moved back and haven't looked back since.
That's the way it happens.
Yeah.
Love that. How about you, Adam?
Well, actually, when I came back on, Faustine had to remind me that in my yearbook, I said, I never want to work at Rennie's. So I was complete opposite.
Did you really
so,
put that in your yearbook?
Yeah, I did, actually. I don't remember why, and I don't remember I did it.
I'm going to plaster it everywhere someday.
What was it like to grow up, though, in the family business?
It was great. I have one memory that I always think of Christmas time. Christmas Eve, my dad, after the doors closed, we would go down, unlock the doors, do our Christmas shopping. And then we would go home, and then he would go back, and he'd shop for the three of us and my two other brothers.
That makes it so easy.
But we all ended up getting the same thing, because we each wrapped each other's presents, and at the end of it, there were 3 circles. We ended up each getting 3 basketballs. three of the same size box there. And then we'd end up wearing, the same thing to every family event. We'd all have the same Carhartts on and all that stuff. So
But
that's always
Faustine,
fun.
did you grow up in the store? Were you helping as a kid?
We did. I remember getting paid by Polly Pockets or Barbies when I first started. I think my first job was, we used to think it was the coolest thing in the world to be out in the warehouse. This was before labor laws and anything like that.
Yeah,
Obviously, no one. And pricing glasses, the $2.99, the $1.99 glasses, we thought was the best thing in the world. Running the cash register, they trusted us at a young age. But.
And your pop was obviously putting you to work.
Exactly.
Obviously. So what are some of the challenges that you had as a second-generation family business owner?
Well, any of you who know my dad, Bob Rennie, he was a really smart guy, a really great businessman. He wasn't really a great teacher. It just, you did it and you got it done, you figured it out, and you got it right, or you got yelled at. So my brother Bob and I figured it out, got it done, and whatever we had to do, you did. If you had to drive a truck, you drove a truck. If you had to sweep the floor, you swept the floor. If you had to run the store, you ran the store. Whatever it was, you just had to do it.
Did you change that philosophy in passing the reins down?
Yeah.
Kicking and screaming maybe a little bit.
Well, yeah, these days, actually, we've had a very good vehicle of the family council that we've been working on for the last 3 or 4 years, where we all get together and we talk. And there was none of this stuff with my dad. You just did it. So, it's been very good because it lets the kids say what they think, lets us say what we think. We all like each other, which is a good thing, but you never have time to sit down and somebody makes you sit down and talk about what are you doing, what do you want to do, where are you going, so it was a good thing.
And what about challenges of the third generation, Adam?
Well, some of that stuff that RH did pass down to us. There wasn't much of a training program. After 2 months of coming back with the company, I happened to be manager of the Camden store.
Okay.
And I had no idea what I was doing. I learned a lot, but a lot of it is just go and do it. It was kind of the same thing. You kind of had to figure it out, but they really had your support. There was no yelling. There was no, you did this wrong. So that was definitely good.
Transition can be hard for anybody, especially within families. Is there something that you did to make those transitions generation to generation a little smoother? Any one thing that stands out to you?
Well, I think in our generation it just happened, and it had to happen because of necessity, and it did, and it worked out fine. My brother and I ran the business for years. I think they're just going back to having somebody help counsel you who knew other businesses and the problems they had, etc., and actually getting everybody to sit down together and talk, which is a very valuable thing, except you're too busy unless somebody says, okay, at 1 o'clock, you're there. We got you for 2 hours, we're going to talk about stuff. So I think that has really helped.
Tremendously successful business. You've got stores all over Maine, 600 plus employees. To what do you attribute that kind of growth? I
guess I'm the president, so I'm supposed to know this stuff, I mean,
you just do it.
You just do it,
right.
yeah. But we really care about our customers. We care about our employees. We care about each other. So it's a win-win situation that you just have to do it right because that's what you want to do. It's not saying, hey, we're gonna, my dad always said, if you buy something right, you sell it right. Don't try to make the extra buck, do a good deal for your customers, and they'll remember that. And they'll come back because they know you got a good deal. And I think that has really just shepherded us into a very successful situation.
And last question from me anyway, but what is it that, besides really easy Christmas shopping, that you love about what you do?
I love being in the stores and interacting with our customers. I mean, I used to be in the music business, and it's hard to convince everyone that all sounds good, when you're doing sound or something like that. But when you hand someone some Smartwell socks, and it's at the price it is, you're confident that they're going to be happy with that product. And the smile on their face is always the best thing. Make them happy. That's what's important.
Excellent. So we want to open it up to the audience. Does anybody have any questions for the Rennies? I got to put my glasses on to be able to see anybody, but anyway. Anybody? Oh. Thoughts? Share stories? Nobody? Okay. The salads sound really good.
Well, I'd just like to say one thing that really makes me happy about the business is when you find a great deal.
Oh,
when
yeah.
you find a great deal.
There's nothing quite like that feeling.
And since I have the floor,
We have a deal.
we got a deal. National Geographic used to have stores in malls, and they've closed them. And we bought all the stuff they had left in their distribution center. Yeah. I mean, great stuff. Name brands. I mean, just beautiful clothing, gift items and stuff like that. There's almost a $2 million deal at retail. And it's in 8 of our stores right now. So please visit all 8 Rennie stores that have it in there. I'm sorry it's not in Portland, but thank you. Thank you. It's good.
And now we know.
Yeah.
Now we know. Thank you, guys. What were you going to say?
I just wanted to say something. Fossey and I have been coming to this event for 4 years, and every time we come, dessert is on the table.
Yeah.
Now, this is great because RH had a really good saying that life is uncertain, eat dessert first.
Yeah.
So whenever we come here, we have dessert and we take a picture before we do anything else.
Oh, that's
and it's
great.
great. And I know he's watching up there and he loves it. So
That's perfect. That's perfect. Thank you, guys.
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much. I think we have a little something for you. Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you.
Good to see you, Faustine. Adam. Thank you so much. All right, somebody's got some presents for you, but they're on the other side of the stage. You got to go that way. All right. All right, who's ready for some awards? This? So this year, the Institute received a record high 186 nominations. They came from all across Maine. Congrats, you guys. Thank you. With 39 semifinalists that were then narrowed down to 24 finalists representing the best in family business. Reading the finalist profiles in your program book, you can see that every company represented here tonight really demonstrates the criteria for winning one of these awards. Those being business success, contributions to the community and industry, communication and innovation, positive business and family connections. And all of those factors can be found in our group of finalists tonight. Narrowing down the 24 finalists to just 7 award winners was no easy task. But luckily we were honored to assemble a very smart and savvy panel of judges who devoted a good deal of their time and expertise to us this year. And we just want to recognize those folks tonight. Please stand as I say your name. Maureen Costello Wedge, judging facilitator and a 4th-generation previous owner of Sun Media Group. Colleen McCracken, CEO and partner of Planet Dog, winner of the 2016 Rennie's Large Business Award. Christine Viscon, the co-owner of Highland Avenue Greenhouse, winner of the 2017 Maddie Corson Small Business Award. Jed Weiss, co-owner of King Eider's Pub and winner of the 2016 Shep Lee Community Service Award. Reuben Bell, president of Blue Elephant Events and Catering, 2016 Customer Service Award winner. Joe Capoza, vice president of Capoza Tile and Flooring Covering Center, winner of the 2017 Rennie's Large Business Award. He's out of town, but his family is very well represented here this evening. Maureen Hassett, co-owner and vice president of Custom Composite Technologies, the 2017 winner of the Holiday Inn by the Bay First Generation Award. And Chris Wazaleski, the director of, didn't mean to keep going. Chris Wazaleski, director of development for Seacoast Management Company, which develops and owns and operates Ocean View in Falmouth, winner of the Environmental Leadership Award in 2017. So thank you, all the judges. They devoted a lot of time and hard work. And again, no easy task. Now it is time to meet our 7 winners. And if we call your name, please come to the podium to accept your award and just say a few words, if you will. First off, I want to invite Mike Varney from the Varney Agency to the stage to present the award. Hi, dear. We're going to begin with the Varney Agency Environmental Leadership Award. This honors companies that embrace sustainability and set a standard for others to follow. This year's winner impressed our judges for being one of the very few Davids in an industry of Goliaths. To be thriving and growing as a small family business is impressive enough, but our judges applaud this small company for making a big impact in waste stream reduction and recycling, and for their tireless energy and innovation to make our community a more sustainable place. Congratulations to this year's Varney Agency Environmental Leadership Award winner, DM&J Waste. Hi, by the way. All right, where are we? DM&J Waste. There we go. The awkward silence as they make their way to the stage. Okay, it is a long walk. That was mean to put you way over there. Would you like to say a few words?
I should.
Yeah, congrats. After all that walking,
That's
I mean,
right,
you
it's a
gotta,
long walk,
say something.
So I'll pass it to you. Excellent. So thank you. Thank you to everyone. And thank you to Judy Young for nominating us in People's Bank. We are very thankful for everyone and their support. Running a family business it's exciting and it has its own challenges, as well as the business in general. So thank you. Thank you.
Yes, I'm going to say it a lot as what Tracy said. It is definitely difficult running a business and has many challenges, but there's many fun times and many rewarding times in running a small business. I think Mr. Rennie said it best. Running a small business, you have to jump into many different aspects of the business. Sometimes we're driving a truck, or Tracy has to run the scale desk or do different things, or you have to jump around to make it happen. So it's not easy, but it's rewarding. And I want to thank everybody. Thank you.
Congratulations. That's awesome. Congrats.
Thank you.
Congrats. We'll have you come back up for pictures in a minute. All right, next up, could Patty Camilio from People's United Bank come to the stage to help present the award? Patty, hi. The People's United Bank Innovation and Technology Award recognizes companies that have developed new methods, ideas, or products that solve a problem or improve upon a previous solution to a problem in ways that have significant positive impact. The judges were highly impressed with this year's winner. In their words, they are just damn cool. That's what they said. In addition to earning national recognition as innovators, this company has also shown an exemplary commitment to veterans, creating opportunities for wheelchair users to return to outdoor activities. Please join me in congratulating the winner of the People's United Bank Innovation and Technology Award, HOWE Technologies. Their wives, Dee and Tammy, why don't you come on up? As I understand it, they couldn't be here tonight, but they are represented, and they may be surprised. Dee and Tammy, you want to come up and accept the award for them? Hi. I got bad information. Congrats. You're so welcome. Congrats. Want to say something? Sure. All right.
It's been a hectic day here. My brother is actually flying through that weather in Boston as we speak. And it kind of, it's what we do. We divide and conquer. That's what we've been doing. We're twins. And so he's out there right now taking care of some business, and I'm here. So thank you guys so much. And to the future. Thank you.
Very cool. Seriously. Annalise Lafayette from Holiday Inn by the Bay, would you come on up and help with the next award? Is Annalise here? She's making her way up here. So the Holiday Inn by the Bay First Generation Award recognizes outstanding companies that have not yet transitioned from one generation to the next. One company particularly impressed the judges through its sheer determination to survive a challenging location and the challenge of a devastating fire. Instead of folding, the company kept all of its employees and kept them employed while rebuilding, creating a better business 10 years later, and now looking to continue into its second generation. Congratulations to Washburn and Dowdy Associates, winners of the 2017 Holiday Inn by the Bay First Generation Award. You can all come up. Come on up. I know, there were a bunch of you.
Hey. Well, is that a bright light? Thank you. I think it's a little ironic that I had never even heard of the Family Business Organization for a year or two ago. We were building a business, working hard, and it took getting someone to come and run the business from a major company that says, "You guys ever heard of the Family Business Association?" And here we are. So I thank Dave Clark, and he brought this on. This is my partner. We did start the company with one simple idea. I can't help but thinking that the Rennie company, the message just given, look for a good deal, pass it on to your customers. We looked at things that were being built when we first started, and quite frankly, it was junk. And no, I'm serious. It was junk. It was not safe to go to sea in some of them, and the statistics prove it. But anyhow, we said if we can deliver a quality product and do it at a competitive price, there will be people find us in Maine. Because quite frankly, when you look at the shipping industry in this state, in this country, it was mostly gathered in the Gulf of Mexico. So anyhow, that's the premise we used, pass on a good quality, and there's where our family of employees comes in. I've got tonight here with us, I think maybe the fourth employee we hired back in 1978 is here. We got another employee that's been with us. So anyhow, build a good product, capitalize on the work ethic and so forth of the people of the state of Maine, and build quality, and you can overcome some of the things we hear about all the time, high energy, high expenses, so forth. So anyway, we did it. We're here, and now we're ready to pass it on.
That's awesome. Congratulations. All right, could Jim Chalmers and Dottie Chalmers come on up to help us? All right, the Chalmers Insurance Group Customer Service Award seeks out a business that continues to improve and exceed. Hi, guys. Continues to improve and exceed customer expectations. There were many things about the winning company that really impressed our judges. Not surprising given all the things the business has done to improve, expand, and exceed its customers' expectations, even building the house and then making their own maple syrup. The judges felt very strongly about this family's business, customer service reputation, and commitment to accommodating every customer's needs. With true hospitality, this business has created an authentic Maine experience for people from all over the world. And for our judges, they selected Blueberry Fields Bed and Breakfast as this year's Chalmers Insurance Group Customer Service Award winner. They'll get up here. It's a little confusing. They made it. Come on up. You're closing in. Congratulations. Very nice to meet you. Thank you. Thank you. Congratulations, Deb. There you go.
Wow. Wow.
First off, let me say that we are both honored and humbled to be here with this wonderful group of nominees that's here tonight.
I'm overwhelmed.
We moved to Maine 12 years ago after living a lifetime on Cape Cod. And my wife's dream was to have this bed and breakfast, which we started the construction and went through the whole construction by ourselves, with many friends and family helping us. It's post and beam construction. We started by cutting the trees and digging the foundation, and we went right up to the top. All the other parts of it, plumbing and heating, I've been a plumber for 50 years, so that assisted me with all that stuff. But it was really my wife's dream that has brought us to this point.
And this comes from my grandmother. She owned a guest house on Cape Cod when I was little. My first job was cleaning for her. She taught me everything I needed to know about how guests, their needs come first. They're the most important thing. And a clean house, she would follow me behind me with the white glove and have me do it over again. And so this is to you, Zoe. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very, very much.
And your Graham cannot come to my house. No way. Maddie Corson, get on up here. Good to see you. All right. Our next award is the Shep Lee Award for Community Service. Maddie's going to help us with that and the next one. For more than 60 years, Shep Lee built a successful auto dealership with a corporate culture based on respect and concern for customers and employees. With Shep there was always time and money for community service, and the recipient of this year's award really exemplifies that same passion. The judges were impressed not only by the number of organizations supported by this company and its exceptional pro bono work, but also by the company culture of giving back. It embodied not just the principals, but all of the employees as well. They are locally and nationally recognized for their good works, and tonight they are the recipients of the Shep Lee Community Service Award. Congratulations, Rink Advertising. Hi, how are you? Good, come on up.
Maddie, it's so pleasant meeting you.
They want to put that Shep Lee award. They're in Europe.
Oh, gotcha. You want to say a few words? Yeah, sure.
Well, I think every business sitting in the audience has an origin story, and they're always pretty interesting. I'll tell you very briefly about ours. It was 2 months after 9/11, and Laura and I and my daughter Amy were sitting at the kitchen table with no clients in the middle of a recession that had been in place for a couple of years, and no real hope for clients. And we sat down and said, I think there's a better or a different way to run an advertising agency. And we began throwing around this notion that became our position line, which is, you're going to love what happens next, which was a sign of optimism in very unoptimistic times. We've been very fortunate for 17 years. We have about 40-plus employees, 45-plus employees now in both Maine and Annapolis, Maryland. And it is a real honor to accept this award. Thank you very, very much. I want to thank Katie Greenlaw for nominating us, much to our surprise. Thank you very much.
Fantastic. All right, so next up, the Maddie Corson Small Business Award. It's for businesses with fewer than 25 employees The judge's choice is a second-generation business. Excuse me. Judge's Choice is a second-generation business that is building wild success by breaking the rules. Woman-owned in a primary male industry, women-owned, and focused on steady employment in an unpredictable market, the company started because of a layoff and has built its success by taking care of its employees with proactive planning to keep everyone, particularly women, working. Please join me in congratulating Hardy Pond Construction, winner of the Maddie Corson Small Business Award. Did you know it was here right off? Oh, nice to see you. Good to see you.
So about a couple years ago, I started to talk to my father in the office, and I called him Bob. But here, amongst you all, I can say my dad and I, and we're really excited to accept this award. Really excited that Steve Tenney, a long-term friend and family member, nominated us, and just really, really happy. You want to say anything? No?
I'd like to thank everybody. This is very unexpected. I usually try to keep a very low profile. I will tell you, I've tried to raise an excellent daughter, my wife and I say, and it's rewarding to watch her be committed to our community and committed to our employees. Over the 28 years I've been employed, I've unfortunately had one person I had to unemploy for 3 days, and that's the commitment we have to our employees, is never to let anybody take time off, because we will keep them employed no matter what it takes, high or low, and it happens, and it's the way to treat people. Thank you.
Congratulations. Woman after my own heart. Love construction. Anyway, our final presentation. Please welcome Adam Rennie back to the stage to help me with this. Our final presentation is the Rennie's Large Business Award for a company with more than 25 employees. This fourth-generation business is, in one judge's words, the full package of what it means to be a successful large business. The judges were particularly impressed by the founder's story, showing how the values of his grandmother and mother continue to run deep in the business today, fueling the company's impressive expansion, as well as its focus on memory care. In an industry facing strong out-of-state influences throughout Maine, this business is succeeding by staying true to its old-fashioned family values. Congratulations to the winner of the Rennie's Large Business Award, Woodlands Senior Living. Congrats. Thank you. That's awesome.
Well, this was somewhat of a surprise. We listened to the impressive stories of all the different family-owned businesses and thought, hey, we get a nice dinner out of it and enjoy the night with friends and colleagues. So thank you. We're very honored to receive the award. I want to thank Camden National Bank for nominating us. Also want to, reflect on kind of where we've come over the last 40 years. Yeah, my grandmother was in this business. My great-grandmother was in this business. My father started the business almost 40 years ago, and my brother was 2 years old. I was 2 months old, and being a father now of 3 kids, I think, gosh, how could you leave a steady, good job to start something from scratch? And really impressed. And he's really the visionary for our organization, and we wouldn't have reached the heights we did without him. So, this is as much about, him as anything. But also want to recognize when they said stand up, when you give your, when they were discussing the different nominees, and we were the only 2 that stood up. And I was a little disappointed because we've got a number of long-term employees and family members here tonight. Our staff members that are here tonight range anywhere from 35 years with us to some newbies that have only been here 22 years. And, we couldn't do what we do as far as, serving the needs of the elderly in the state of Maine without a long-time committed people that really believe in our mission and our values. So I want everybody to stand up, family members and staff. It takes a special type of person to do the work that they do every day, and we appreciate you. And again, this is probably more about you than us. And I want to recognize my wife Jennifer. I tried to get her to come up on stage as well, and my mother Sue, but surprisingly they rather stay there. But I also want to recognize my mother, who was the original one of the founders and the original bookkeeper. And anytime we make an expansion and we open up a new community or we make a big purchase, she always wants to remind us that back in the beginning it wasn't this successful. It was difficult to pay the bills, so she's going to make sure that our heads we stay grounded, our heads don't get too big. But we do appreciate this, and thank you very much.
I would add the thank you. It's quite a surprise. It was an honor to be nominated, and it's an even greater honor to be selected for this award. We've served many people over many years, since 1980, since I've been in the business. Many staff people, many great people working for us, many great stories with the people that have lived in our facilities. It's been a great experience.
One more round of applause for all the winners. Yes. All right, that's it, but don't leave just yet. The Institute would really appreciate your feedback about tonight's awards, as well as the work that they do. There is a brief survey on the Institute's website. It's fambusiness.org, and we hope you'll go online and take a few minutes to fill that out. It's very helpful. It'll be worth your time because this year, Highland Avenue Greenhouse and Farm Market is rewarding one lucky respondent with a prize package just in time for spring. Winners and guests will enjoy a garden party, brunch, and workshop for up to 25 people, valued at $1,200. Everyone who completes the survey will automatically be entered in this, so you might win a prize, so we would really appreciate your feedback. Keeping with our spring theme, we'd like to thank Machias Savings Bank for sponsoring the beautiful floral arrangements on the table. Thank you so much. And after the event, Machias Savings is donating those floral arrangements to the Cedars Retirement Community, which is lovely. Please, if you would, leave your name tag. I know you want to keep a memento of this wonderful evening, but if you'd leave your name tag, we could recycle them, which is always good. We want to thank you so much for attending. Congratulations again to everyone, nominees and winners alike. We're especially grateful for all of our hardworking family businesses, finalists or runners-up who make us all winners here in Maine. And also, one other thing before everybody chats, could all of the winners come back up here because we decided to save the pictures for last. So don't leave us. Come get your picture taken. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you for coming.